Hello everybody, welcome to my show. I'm going to do a celebrity reading tonight. I'm going to follow up with Rkelly, and I'm going to touch a little bit on Donnie Hathaway. So if you don't get to come tonight, hi Geraldine, Aunt Sissy, I'll leave it here for you to watch it tomorrow. I briefly touched on, hello everybody, hi Sean, hi Selena, hi Geraldine. That's right, send the hearts, I love the hearts, I love the hearts. Hi Goddess Mother, Arisha, oh I love the hearts, they're so beautiful. I love the hearts, they make me so happy. Thank you, thank you. Oh, for you all that are thinking if this is the same jumpsuit, hi Ish, I love you Ish. This is not the same jumpsuit. I like that black sparkly jumpsuit so much. I got two of them. I got a small one, but as you can see, this one's a little bit smaller because my titties are smushed together. So if you look at the other one, it's the exact same jumpsuit, but one is small. I thought I could fit the small. This is a small one, but it's tight. As you can see, my titties like ran together. I did not run them together. It's just tight. But the other one was a larger one. Hi, Will. So I'm not wearing the same outfit, y'all. I got two of the outfits because when I got this one, I put it on, I guess it was like a month ago. And I was a little bit bloated, so I couldn't even get in it as far as now it's a little snug around here. But I'm able to sit down in it, and I don't hear it popping, like the stoles are not popping. But when I first got it, like a month ago, and I was getting ready for the show, I couldn't even pull it all the way up and zip it up. So then I ordered another one. I ordered a medium one. Hey, Sheila Rise. Hey, Carrie. I love my baby. That one, and then the medium one was more loose. Like you saw me like a couple of weeks ago. So that's what I want to say. I don't think I put the same thing on. Y'all, let me tell you something. Okay. I was so scared when I did the reading the other night. When I was just thanking everybody for the show. I wanted to come live. And I briefly got into Rkelly. And I was talking about, hi, Andre. One of the other fathers and one of the other girls, I think Azriel, that was there, and I saw danger. I saw, hi John Gillen, hi Mommy. And I said that I saw drug activity, I saw sex trafficking, and I saw, hi Lauren Allen, hi beautiful girl. I was scared because I saw, actually this guy was a murderer and had committed very, very vicious assaults and had been in prison. And when I said that like 2 days ago, I think the next day was it yesterday or day before, there has been a warrant for Rkelly's manager in Henry County, Georgia for his arrest, for Rkelly's manager's arrest, Mason, for threatening Jocelyn Savage's father, Timothy Savage, that lives in Atlanta, Georgia. And that really bothered me because I was so nervous that I had said that a couple of nights ago, and I saw the danger and the threats, and I had, thank you, Lauren, thank you, baby. I'm trying to keep up with you young girls. You can't change the chronological part, but you can change the physical parts. I'm trying to get fine like y'all. I was so nervous. I said, oh God, maybe I need to go and take that video down and just redo it. But then a friend of mine was like, no, leave it up there. And then when I heard about this, I said, oh my, I had saw danger. I saw killers in that circle. And I had seen a documentary with Jocelyn's mother and her father about Rkelly and the predatory ways and some of the people that used to work with Rkelly, and said they saw him take advantage of young girls and was a predator. And you could hear, hi Nova, hi beautiful girl. You can hear Mason speaking to Jocelyn's mother and father and lying to them because they wanted to see their baby for her birthday. They wouldn't even let Jocelyn come to her grandfather's funeral. It's really fucked up. And it didn't bother them. If you need the psychic witness protect, girl, you know I love you. You know I need you here. I need the squad, honey. Hi, Scotty. Scott, hi, beautiful man. And so I'm glad I didn't take it down, because you can go back to the one I did a couple nights ago where it's titled, Alexyss Wilson, My Father's Music. And then I kind of did a little brief reading on Rkelly and saw one of the fathers, and I saw that violent drug and sex trafficking network where I saw Rkelly had something on the father had something on him. I saw he had hit people around him. Now, if you all don't remember, if you go back and look at the older readings, I had said that before. That I saw and I heard the two words, hit squad. If you think I'm lying, go back and listen to the reading I did, think like a month ago. Girl, I'm gonna have to get me one too, baby. And go to the shooting range, because I ain't with it. I ain't ready for y'all to come see my ass and line and state and shit. But at the same time, I feel like it's God's will for me to do, okay, girl, that country shit. So I then rocking that chair with that goddamn shotgun and that buckshot, okay? I feel like it's my duty, if I'm seeing these things, to share. Before I finish with this, let me tell you something really, I thought it was absolutely amazing. Let me tell you who came to see me this morning. Donnie Hathaway. I never thought in a million years, hi Legina, that this would happen to me. I usually don't get up that early. I don't post anything on Facebook. But I posted it this morning and I said, I just saw Donnie Hathaway at a funeral. And it was about 7 something this morning. I was, going into another, I woke up briefly and went into another sleep, and I had a vision. Donnie Hathaway, the singer, the beautiful singer that has a daughter, Layla Hathaway, comes to me. I didn't spend a lot of time with him. I was so fucked up that I saw him, and he came down. He's down here right now. He's told me, I guess it's right now. He said that there's someone that he knows that is dying or getting ready to die, and he's coming down in the earth realm to attend the funeral. He took me in. Now I don't know anything about his family or family members. I just know about Layla and is Layla's mother, his wife, and I think they have 2 daughters together, and then there's another one outside daughter from seeing the Unsung documentary. That's all I know. So I can't verify what I'm saying, but I know how you all do. Keep your eyes open, so in case you hear something, I hear something, then we'll be able to verify what I'm saying. Donnie Hathaway brought me. I was in the Astral. It was this beautiful church, and he looked dead at me. Yes, the hang on to the world as it spins around. Yeah, hang on to the world. That Donnie, that beautiful, incredible Donnie, that brilliant musician, singer Donnie. Take it from me, someday I'll be free. Hey Ricky, him. I have never channeled Donnie Hathaway before. Never thought about channeling Donnie Hathaway. I didn't know if he'd want to talk. You know what? To be honest with you, I backed up out of it because I was so freaked out about what happened to him. How they say that he committed suicide and jumped out of was like the 15th floor in the Essex Hotel in New York City. That I was like, you know what, I kind of don't want to, I don't want to go there. It scared the shit out of me, so I didn't. I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk to him because he clearly wants to talk to me. To come in like that. Okay, we were in this beautiful church. The church, let me see. No, it doesn't remind me of Eddie Long's church. It's more open. It's a church up the street. I think it kind of reminds me of that church because it was in the main sanctuary. It was the really big room with a tall ceiling. It wasn't any floors, just the room was open and it was real high, and it had some glass walls. Like some of the walls, portions of the walls were not solid. And I seen a church like that. It was mostly like glass and a metal, kind of contemporary design church. The part I saw, and it was like I could see when we were there. Hello, beautiful Grady Harrell. I absolutely love the way you do tribute to my father, Jackie Wilson. You're absolutely incredible. You're one of my favorite Jackie Wilson impersonators. And you cute. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Hey, Tika. I was looking. He had me there. Hey, Kiki. He had me there early in the morning with Donnie because I could see the soft rays of the morning sun coming through the wall, like the glass wall. Hey, Worthy. And I had my back to the wall because I was looking at Donnie this way, Donnie Hathaway. And there was a beautiful baby grand piano. Donnie Hathaway was standing by the baby grand piano, and he looked at me. He wanted me to be there in the church, and he didn't blink. Let me tell you something. Now, I know they say Donnie Hathaway had mental problems and he was on psych meds and he was a paranoid schizophrenic. He wasn't that way when he came to my house this morning. He was very clear, very astute. He was very focused, has very strong, very intelligent mind. And Donnie Hathaway, from what I saw this morning, is a fucking perfectionist and a genius. So outside of that physical body, the real him is focused. When he decides that he wants to do music, he's like this. And he had me there in that church for a specific purpose. And then I saw the casket over to this side to the right, but he was over to the left. He was getting ready to go sit at the baby grand piano, and it was like carpet in the front and there were plants on the side. I'm telling you, this was a gorgeous church. So I'm looking at Donnie Hathaway and I'm going, I don't know how you know me, but why you want me here of all people. I'm so honored. I'm shocked. I can't believe that you found me in the Astral. He started talking to me and he said, I had to come back down here because there's somebody close to me. He said, they're dying. They had a funeral and I want to attend the funeral and I'm going to play. So I looked at him and then I kind of looked away because his eyes were so piercing when he looked at me and his mind was clear. He said, I'm not going to stay long. I'm just going to stay for the funeral. And I think he kind of mentioned 2 people. So I'm not sure if there's going to be one funeral of somebody that he knows he's coming back down here to pay respect to and be there. Or if it's 2, what you say, Rick, he was very much a genius and he was on drugs, unfortunately, when he committed. No, that he wasn't on like street drugs. Hi, Luke. He was on, they had him on all of these psych meds. Let me tell you what happened because I had to raise up out of it. It was fucking with me. And to be honest with you, I don't want to cry. I don't want to break down crying. So I did not do a full reading on Donnie Hathaway because I kind of don't. I want to know, but I don't know if I will repeat it all in public. Let me tell you what happened. I started kind of trying to back up from him. And he didn't want me to back up because it was something he wanted to tell me. So I got to figure out. Oh, shit. They coming in here. The spirits are coming in here. Y'all. I'm going to tell you the one I see. And this is the same one that came in here when Donnie was here this morning. I'm just going to briefly say this. And I'm going to go on to the Rkelly reading. Because I'm trying to get away. I kind of don't want to see this thing that's in here. That's what happened to Donnie. I don't care what they say. I don't care what no motherfucking body say. Donnie did not Donnie wasn't in that room by himself, and he didn't just decide to jump out of the window. Now, I think, I'm going to say allegedly, they said that to close it out. I don't believe, I'll have to go do my research, that there was a deep, thorough investigation into that to see, do they know for sure this man jumped out of the window? Now, I'm not saying that the man wasn't hallucinating and that Donnie Hathaway didn't see things. What I'm going to say is, there was a reason Donnie Hathaway was hallucinating, and where he would see things that they said weren't there, and they would hear things because I know y'all are going to think I'm crazy. So I'm going to say allegedly, he was demonically possessed. Not just out of nowhere, but I am telling you that someone did something to this man, like did rituals on this man, and when he was telling me the left side of his head, and I saw the left side of his mouth, there had been some type of shock treatments on him. And I know people are going to say that's not possible because you're probably thinking his wife was with him at all times or somebody was with him at all times. But I'm telling you, this man had handlers. And I don't believe that when he spoke to me this morning that he was out of his head when he told me. I just spent a little time because I hurried up and woke up and got out of it because I was scared of what I would see and hear. And I was literally laying in bed, just out of it. He was trying to keep me in it. And I said, I got to wake up because I don't want to repeat. I just publicly, I'm not going to say. And he pulled me back. And I just kept staring because he kept staring at me. He said, but I want to talk. I want to talk to you. I knew he was a spiritual person because he brought me into the church. And I kept looking at him and I said, okay, Donnie. And I wouldn't talk and I started getting nervous. And when he was here talking to me, this demon came to my bedroom door and I said, oh hell. That's why I knew this man did not have mental problems by himself where they just appeared. This man had had some type of tampering done with his head. He had some, you see that what just happened? You see how my camera just froze for a couple of seconds when I said that man's head was fucked with? And it was down in here like he had been into some type of shock treatment, but people don't know. That's what he said to me this morning. And let me tell you what this being looks like. It looked just like a creepy clown, had a clown face. I've seen this demon before. It's the same kind of demon. You know, it looks like the Joker face in Batman. That is a real demon. If y'all don't believe me, you go look it up. The demon, that demon is also associated with Abaddon. And it was tormenting Donnie Hathaway. There were several demons on him, but that was one of the main ones. He could see it. But, and the people that were around him, that were close to him, because these are men that I'm seeing, and I'm seeing a white man. I'm actually seeing a couple of them. When he was in, and that's what he was telling me, that he saw them and he heard them, and they would scare the shit out of him. When he would see these beings, nobody believed him when he would see the beings, so they tell him to take the shit. Take the drugs. People that didn't understand, but the ones that were closer, that knew what was going on, they understood that he was spiritual. Donnie Hathaway was psychic. He could see them. That's what he told me this morning. And I saw it when it knew that Donnie Hathaway was talking to me this morning. And when he was talking to me, the demon picked up on it, and it came in here because Donnie has not crossed over. He's not at peace. And so the demon still follows him around and fucks with him. It's built just like a man, but it has the Joker face. And he knows it, but nobody believed him. And they just said, okay, just sedate him. We'll justify this by saying he's crazy. Nobody around him really knows what's going on. They can't see him, but he can. He was brilliant. He was special. And this was also about his music. Okay, so I noticed the timing of it, because I think when I said something on Facebook, because it woke me up and fucked with me so much, I typed it, I think about 8 something, but I think Donnie started coming in here about 6, around 6 something, and then I after I typed it on Facebook and I said I'm going to say something about it tonight, I went on YouTube and I found a documentary on him. There was 2, and I watched the unsung one with his wife and Layla speaking. And I think I added up the dates, like the date he died, and I think they said he was 33. Somebody said 34. No, baby, he has not crossed. Let me explain something to you, and it's the same thing with my father. When people die traumatically and they're tortured, they're abused, and they're beaten, there's no way they're going to cross over because of the way he died. You really think? Well, I guess y'all think it, so I'm not going to try to convince you. I'm going to say allegedly. This man did not just decide one day, I'm going to go to the 15th floor, I'm going to lift the window and fucking jump, because that's just what I feel like. I'm telling you, that's not what he said to me this morning when he started explaining to me. But what I was saying them briefly, he was 30. I think they saying he was from, somebody said he was 34, then they said he was 33. Okay, well, we know about the number 33. 3 and 3 is 6. We know that 33 is a high level of Masonic number of sacrifice, illumination and sacrifice. One of the first highest levels, the degrees of Masonhood. So he was there. Okay. I think when I added up the year, I think it came up to the number 8, and then you reduce by 2. That's also a 6. But even if it's a number 8, you are still dealing with an Illuminati number. Okay, so I looked at the numbers on that, and I'm like, no, that was a date with fate and destiny. He did not just decide to do that day. And then tell you this little bit, and I'm going to say allegedly I heard this. Maybe I heard it incorrectly. I have not, and I'm going to see, can I find the inside of that room, because I don't know if the hotel still exists. I don't know if, I don't know the architecture of that room. I have to find out the number of the room that Donnie Hathaway was in. He told me that allegedly he was not in the room alone. And he told me that allegedly the window wasn't locked. I see a shadow, and then I see another man here. These people, he had people close to him, and nobody would believe this. that were tormenting this man in the brain, like some type of treatment to the brain, like shock, giving him the drug to keep him scrambled. I don't know the name of the drug. I have to see if they released the name of the drug. But it was not helping this man become stabilized because of the other things secretly and the demonic things that were done. And he kind of, from the vibe I got, from the little bit that I did let him say, because I was trying to back up off of it, because of what I saw and how the demons started coming in early this morning. And then I'm looking at, like I said, 3:03, and then I'm looking at 6 o'clock this morning, and then it went on to like about 7, 8. I was trying to hang with him, and then he didn't want me to just hang with him. He wanted to tell me something, and I'm trying not to hear. And I'm trying to back up, and he's like, no, come here. And I'm like, okay, Donnie, okay. I'll just stand here if you just don't talk much, because I don't think I'm ready to know. So I'm looking at that 6 in the morning, and this goes on off and on from 7 to 8. That 6 would slice to 3:3. You see? He's saying, what he said was, I know this is going to sound crazy. He said because inside of that body, they had his mind messed up and had done some type of shock on him. He keeps saying it's on the left. And he was on the meds. And when he would get shocked and it would fracture the brain, and then he'd take the drugs and it opened him more up etherically, he could see that demon. There was several of them, but the main one was the one that looked like a Joker, like Abaddon. And then I'm hearing another name of a demon that also goes with that one. He said he would, when they would appear and he would see them in there, he knew they were real. They felt real to him. He knew they were there, and he could sense them a lot of times before he could physically see them. He wanted to get away from them, and he felt that if he got out of his body, they couldn't hurt him anymore, because the physical body was like the vehicle, the shell. But if he got out of it, they couldn't torment him anymore. So I would see him like trying to run away from these demons that would torment him when the fractures would open in his brain, and he would start being tormented, because they would do this for hours. Like these beings that he would see around him, and he keeps saying it's like he was fractured on the left. They were doing it to the left side of the brain, left side of, I don't know what was in his mouth, if he had any feelings, or if they had done any work on the mouth. Hi, Christy. Or if they had just shocked that way. I know this sounds crazy, but this is you trying to say to me that even back then, they had some type of shock therapy or electrode. They had done some that man head in the mouth, and as well as add the drugs and doing the demonic stuff, because they wanted, it had something to do with this man's music. But I didn't research it yet to look into it, because it was so terrifying to me, and he felt like he would be free if he could get out of the body. But the window thing, study has shown that Prozac opens you up, Dr. Drew. So that's what you're saying, Goddess Mother, he was on Prozac? Because I don't know the name of the drug. I just see him in the room, and I see the window, and I see the window has already been Donnie Hathaway told me the window was janky. Let's put it like that. It was open. It was like a prop. The window was open, like it had been tampered with, so that if you're pushed or you lean on it, it's gonna give way. I've been prescribed drugs, but I won't take them because it was trying to say I was bipolar. Yeah. And then I saw him fall, and then I saw somebody look at him, like look down at him from the top, and then I saw someone at the bottom, on the ground, look at him on the ground. I keep getting a male energy. These were men. And I don't sense black men. But then later they told me I was not. You see what I'm saying? First you bipolar, now you got PTSD. Shit, hell, all of us got PTSD. Shit. A lot of our ancestors through our blood, we done inherited that shit, and genetics got goddamn PTSD and shit. In this society, I see why we all goddamn have some PTSD. But, okay. I'm going to get off of that because it's so horrific and it's so sad. It's so depressing what he was saying. I just can't believe. I was so honored to have him pop up like so early in the morning, because I've never tried to channel Donnie Hathaway. Hi, Ronu, and ask him to talk to me because it's so creepy what happened to him. And then they're all saying it's him. He did this. He developed this mental illness out of nowhere, out of the blue. And I am telling you, he seemed very coherent, very strong, and he had a very clear state of mind. When he came to speak to me this morning, he said, I have to tell you something. I came back down here. And that's when he started to tell me what I'm telling you. So, you know, of course, I say allegedly, but I'm hearing these things psychically. And these different people come to me, and there was so many spirits that came behind him that were demonic. There was a ringleader. He's standing here now, he's laughing. See, he wanted me to see him, because when Donnie started talking, he comes to my bedroom door and I'm laying down, I'm like, oh fuck, I can't sleep. Seeing this, he was laughing when he came this morning, and he had these real sharp ass file down dragon teeth in his mouth, like these real long sharp, look like knives in his goddamn mouth. And all he do is fuck with people. Like if somebody does a spell and sends him on another person, that's what he does. So you all have to realize a lot of these characters that you see in these sci-fi movies, these horror movies, those are real demons. They may disguise them or create like it's funny or something. But I've seen that Joker demon before. Actually, I think I've seen that Joker in the Rkelly reading. I saw that Joker in the Kanye West. There are a couple times I have seen that demon. And that demon is different cultures and different spirits that demon is associated with. But one I know is Abaddon, and that is a demon of destruction. That's what he comes to do, to corrupt, defile, and destroy a person. He gets pleasure out of it. That is his purpose. So I just wanted to share that. I heard a lot about Donnie Hathaway and that Roberta Flack. No, but she won't talk about it. Would you talk about it? Hell, it's hard for me to talk about. I'm sure she knows because she's in that society. So she probably took some type of oath or something she cannot reveal. But I'm telling you, that man was not alone. and he did not decide out of the blue, I just feel like jumping 15 stories. He's still heard about it. He is still not at peace. He has not resolved it. Now, he travels a lot because he's brilliant. He's been constantly educating himself. He didn't look old. He didn't look worn out. He looked the same. He was very handsome. He was very clean, just like in the photos. And when I saw him at the piano, and his eyes were bright and clear, and he knew who I was. He found me in the Astral this morning. He said, "Come here. I want to talk to you." And I said, "Donnie Hathaway. Oh my." And I'm like, "You want?" He said, "Yes, Alexyss." He called me. I said, "You want to talk?" He says, "Yes, I want to show you something." Anyway, I don't want to go any deeper into that. I'm going to drink my tea. Now, let me tell you, I'm trying to remember, is it Mason? I'm trying to say, what's the full name of Rkelly's manager? Let me tell you what's at the top of this reading. And I'm going to tell you some things that bother me about this reading. I got the 5 of Cups in the World. So Mason is feeling, this is Rkelly's manager, Mason, that what he has done and the way that he has done things is getting ready to come to an end. He is now dealing with regrets because of the way that he has handled Jocelyn Savage's parents. He has done this to people before, and being very aggressive and even violent with people like Muscle. That has worked from him in the past, and threatening people and intimidating people at Rkelly's request, and for Rkelly, like protecting him. Well, he feels like that era now is coming to an end, that he can no longer do that and get away with it because it's causing a problem here. And there might even be some drinking and trying to decide, depression, drinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to deal with this? How I'm going to resolve this? And then right beside it, there's the 9 of Swords. This man's not sleeping. He's panicking. He's up at night. They're trying to figure, he's like, oh my God, what have I done? And what am I going to do about this? Because I checked the status today, and it doesn't say that, hi Robert, hi my brother, hi my big brother, doesn't say that he's turned himself in. So I don't know if he has, and they're not reporting it, but when I looked a few hours ago, Rkelly's manager has not turned himself in. He's panicking. He's freaking out. They're trying to figure out what to do now. And I also see they're talking to a female lawyer. I don't know why they chose female, but they're talking to a lawyer that is very good at handling legal cases and has done this before. I don't know if this is the one they're going to settle with, but he knows now that he has a legal issue that he needs to deal with, he needs to address. Also, he's thinking now about traveling. I don't know if the traveling is just about coming to Atlanta. Hello, my God, baby April LaShawn Dockett. Hi, baby. That's right, Mrs. Alexyss with Mrs. Simon, baby. Yes, I got them 2 sides now, them personas. I'm glad y'all recognizing. Thank you. I've got to earn that name. I understand. Walk into that name. Thank you. It looks like he's thinking about pulling away, and he's saying no. A part of him is saying no. He doesn't want to address the police. He's thinking about leaving or going in another direction. So I'm wondering, is that why because he knows it's a legal issue. He knows there's a warrant. But he's kind of like, nah. I'm talking to his lawyer, but I'm just not going to get ready to go turn myself in right now. He's contemplating, should he leave? Should he go somewhere else? So I'm going to continue to watch this to see. I think you should do the right thing. If you know he said he didn't do it. So if you say you didn't do it, just go with your lawyer and just answer. If they don't find the evidence you did it, they'll drop it, and then you can leave Georgia and go on where you're going. But at this point, he doesn't want to address this, okay? And then there's another man involved, so I'm seeing drinking here. And there's more than one man that's drinking, and there are court people here that they're speaking to. There are young men, there are older men, there are established men, and there's a death card right here. So, hope he gets last. Well, unfortunately, it's not Rkelly that they got the warrant for. It's his manager. So, which is making Rkelly look bad on top of it. They are drinking and they are talking about what to do because they feel like something is getting ready to come to an end. The way they are doing things is getting ready to come to an end. And they're scrambling and talking about what you're going to say, what you're not going to say, protecting himself and protecting Rkelly. They are talking about this with several people right now and trying to cover themselves. And he knows he's very depressed and upset because he knows he's going to have to deal with the judgment from what he said and what he has done so long that now he has to answer for, because Jocelyn Savage's father decided to let the police know that Mason, Rkelly's manager, threatened to kill him. So he was seeing he was going to kill him. So he sees now, whoa, I'm learning the hard way that this is kind of abruptly coming to an end, and they're talking. He's also getting news from someone else. He's getting advice on which way to go and how to handle this. There is a lot of arguing. There's bickering. There's competition. There's bullying. There's a lot of conversations going on right now talking about what is the best way to handle this and who is going to say what, who is going to handle this, who is going to speak for me, and how we're going to, instead of just going ahead and jumping in it, they're not jumping in it. They're really trying to get their stories together. And it's fear, and it's confusion, and it's fighting. It's infighting. Let me tell you what also bothered me. When I asked about Jocelyn, I see that she's not publicly saying anything to defend her mother and her father. Now I'm going to see over the next few weeks what she says and what she does. That bothered me because she is trying to show her loyalty to Rkelly and this manager. She is sitting back, watching this, being quiet. They have told her, you are going to go along with this lie. You're going to tell lies. You're going to act like you didn't hear nothing. You don't see nothing. You don't know nothing. And she's sitting back saying, okay, daddy. Okay, I'm going to show you that I'm a ride or die bitch. Now, I could be wrong. But that fucked with me. That you're going to watch that happen to your daddy. What they trying to salvage cannot be said. I hope not, Chrissy, because I saw her wanting I would really say that something's wrong with her mind. She's been brainwashed. She's very young. She thinks she's in love with this man. She thinks this man loves her because of what he says to her and how he talks to her. She's really suffering from Stockholm. And they done sat there and coached her and told her, you better stay out of it. You better not say anything, or it's going to be some problems. If you go along with what your father's saying, and who else in your family, and you take their side, it's going to be a problem. They are talking to her. They are threatening her. They are asking her to lie. They're saying you're going to pretend that it's what we tell you that it is. You are going to stay here. You're going to go along with what we tell you. That blew my mind. I saw a couple other females in this too. They're talking to, it's a group of them that's sitting there and talking and plotting this out, and it's the bickering. And they are bullying her and intimidating her, and she's, okay, you gonna say nothing? You gonna do? I said, you gonna be quiet? Stay out of it. That's at this moment. today, that's what I see with her. And I'm just looking at this. And I'm just going, you're kidding. You are spirits, you're absolutely kidding. This girl is going to sit there and be quiet, knowing they did that because they done told her, you better not go against us. You're going to, when they ask you something, you're going to not say. You're not going to give your commentary. You're not going to take up for your father. You're going to act like you don't know what your father's talking about. You are not going to go against us. You're going to, and she says, that's right. That's right, Daddy. And I said, I don't believe this motherfucking shit. I don't believe this shit. Okay, I don't know how long Rkelly has known his manager Mason, but I see there's another older man. They go way back, and they've gone through a lot of shit together. And this guy is sticking by him, and they're plotting this right now. But I'm wondering, I can't wait till I hear more, hi Tefania, about Mason, Rkelly's manager, because I'm wondering, has he turned himself in? Or because he's thinking about going in another direction. And I don't think that's smart. I think he should turn himself in and face this instead of becoming a fugitive. I hope that's not what that card is meaning. That he, because it looks like he's getting ready to take a trip. It's showing he's saying, fuck this. It says, when what they did in the dark is coming out in the light, and they cannot stop. Yeah, so it's people around him coming together now. Hi, Daryl D. Nice. And they are trying to figure out how to cover themselves and cover him. And he's saying, I don't want to go. I told them I'm going to cooperate. But at this point, I don't see that he has come to Henry County, Georgia to speak to the police. Now, I think it's smart he has an attorney, and I see that going on. But the definite, see what he's saying about, is he going to, so Eight of Cups, and him not wanting to talk. Right now, he's not doing a lot of talking to the police. I don't see it right now. He's kind of, like trying to see, should I go that way or should I go another way? That's what it's showing, and the Justice card is above it, along with the attorney. He's thinking about his options right now. He's dealing with a lot of depression, and he's dealing with a money man, the King of Pentacles. They're getting their money together. He's isolated right now. That's what it's showing me. Is another man with him. They're all coming together. They're putting their money together. This is or I don't know, Mom. Do you know? Did you hear anything, Mom? Is he still, has he come to Georgia to turn himself in? Or is he still kind of there waiting for him to respond? Because I'm seeing him talk to money man. This is because he's scared of anything he might say. Well, if he knows, he said he didn't do it. So if he knows that he didn't do it because he's getting money now, and he's isolated himself, he's very depressed. He's down about this because he feels like this could be the end of him. This is going to hurt his career, and this is going to hurt him legally. But if you know you didn't do it, you don't have to worry about it. Even if you have to temporarily stay, answer, they'll drop it if they can't find any evidence of it. But I'm feeling too, he's concerned about Rkelly. They're getting their stories right. King of Pentacles. And they already have people getting backup money together. In case this, there is a male lawyer here too. And it's another female that they're getting. Are they planning? That's what I'm saying, Mother Goddess. I kind of wonder, is he talking about skipping? Is he considering skipping because there's another woman involved here and an attorney? There's another attorney that they're speaking to that kind of is about being fair and doing the right thing. But this woman, see this Queen of Swords. So I don't know if it's his woman or it's a woman that is backing him. They're trying to talk to him. And he's not kind of wanting to hear this. They're strategizing right now. That's why I'm wondering, I don't know if y'all heard anything, or has he turned himself in? Or are they still waiting for him to respond? Because you got all these people popping up in the picture. And Jocelyn Savage is watching this. There's a lot of people right now that's in this. And there are people in the legal system that are talking to him and that are around this situation, because all of these court cards are popping up. You know what I just heard? Other jurisdictions. And they're trying to hold on to what they have. And this guy is the center of attention. He put himself in the middle. What did you say, Chrissy? Hello, multiple women are yet to come. I said that in the previous reading, that they were sticking together and they were coming out, and people working with him are jumping ship, and people working with him are going to be exposed. I said that maybe a couple of months ago, and there were lawyers and there were police on his head. They were very close, and Rkelly was trying to work out these things, because I saw like class action. I saw lawsuits in different jurisdictions, and I'm hearing that again right now, and he's trying to hold fast and hold steady. And this guy has been like a buffer, kind of he's dirty as hell. He is in the middle of this. He is he does a lot of Rkelly's dirty work, and he covers Rkelly's dirty work. He participates in these things and has sex with these girls too. He uses and manipulates these girls and helps to pimp these girls out. That's what I'm picking. He knows all of Rkelly's secrets. And that is creating a lot of the drama and the fear and the nervousness and conflict, because he's being prepped. He is being told what you say, what you don't say, and they're afraid if he comes. They want him to, if he has to come, which he does, if he chooses to, they want him to come into Georgia quickly, answer a few questions, and get the fuck out. They don't want him to be held here, because if he's held for a period of time or arrested, they are very afraid that something else they don't want us to know. I keep hearing another jurisdiction. There is something going on in another jurisdiction. Okay. There is, I see a jail cell. I see another girl. You know what? I don't know about this guy. This Mason guy. Does this guy have other legal problems? Does this guy have a warrant somewhere else, or does he have some court case or something unresolved? Is this a troubled guy that has other issues around cases with Rkelly, as well as his own issues that has not been dealt with, and he's afraid of that because they may find out about some other shit that he been hiding, that they got going on. That just came to me. And I wonder who got a pet, because I see a pet tied to this, associated with. I don't know if Rkelly got in any one of them houses, anybody associated with got any kind of pet, or who dealing with him got a pet. This man got this pet, because I see this woman and they in the house. The woman got stockings on and bare-feeted, and they are talking about this issue. And there's a female lawyer. This man has another problem that has not been resolved, and it's also a case with Rkelly with this girl, and it looks like he assaulted this girl, he choked this girl, but I see some pantyhose. Oh, Lord, I don't want to get into this. Rkelly got another case where he assaulted a girl, and it's something with forced sex. I don't want to say rape, I say forced sex and the disease. It looks like her vagina, I literally see like it's burning, like it's very irritated. She has a real bad infection where him and this man had sex with this girl. I don't want to say this. What are you saying about suicide? What do you say, Ricky? I can't see. Responding to Ricky. Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay. I'm telling y'all, I don't want to repeat this stuff right now. There are hidden cases, y'all, we don't know about. That are unresolved. They haven't come out. It looks like this is a small town where I'm seeing this is not a big city. It's a big city that it's happened in, but it's a smaller town within the city. Why do I keep seeing stockings or him choking? Why do I see the pantyhose? Like a gang of I keep not wanting to say rape, but I see. They raped this girl, and this guy is in it, but we haven't heard it yet. I don't know if she's afraid to come public and do the interview and tell, but this girl, I also see a child. I see Pampers. I see this girl has a child, and she was raped by them. This guy is a criminal. This one that they're wanting is a criminal, and I'm seeing these jail records. So I'm wondering, has this guy been in prison? Has Rkelly's manager that they're wanting, has he been in jail more than once, or has he been in prison more than once? Because I get he doesn't like women, and he's been aggressive and very sexually deviant and abusive and violent towards women, and set women up to be assaulted and gang raped. I don't want to say this stuff. Let me say allegedly. I really don't want to say this stuff, because it's just coming to me now. I'm not looking in the card to get this. This is coming to me. So I will say allegedly, because I don't like to say this about someone, but that is what's coming to me. This guy is very violent towards women, and he's scary. There are people who are scared of this guy. Even though I see he threatens men too, and he will be violent towards men, I'm seeing gun charge. I'm saying he's been violent with weapons. I don't know the guy's record. This guy is like a thief, a con artist. He doesn't like women. He doesn't respect women. He has a lot of gangster-like ways, like really criminal, very disrespectful ways, and he feels like nobody's going to do anything to him. He can do this, and he can get away with it because he's gotten away with it, and he's been protected. Very sneaky, very treacherous, compulsive liar, but also very charming. This guy will say what you want to hear, and then will do the back and forth, play the game, string you out, and like, well, yeah, I told her that I was going to come over there and help her, or that I was going to let her daughter speak to her. You know what? Fuck that bitch. I ain't doing the motherfucker thing. I just said that to buy time and string the bitch out. I don't really give a fuck. She ain't seeing no motherfucker body. I'm just going to play this game and drag this out as long as I can drag this out to get what the fuck I want, or tell them what I want to hear, this, what they want to hear, to get what the fuck I want. Somebody father my kid. They better know what they're doing, because I'm telling you, this guy has a ring. He has backup. They don't care. Oh, thank you. They don't care what they do to women and to girls. They have no natural affection, no compassion for what they do to girls, what they do to women. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These are cold men. They have no compassion whatsoever. That's what's bothering me about this. This is not about any sorrow or remorse for what they did, or the girls they took, or they're holding there. This is all about a criminal, money-making mastermind enterprise, and the girls just happen to be what they think is the quickest and easiest way to profit and to make their money, and the drugs are underneath it. This is what I'm saying. And the violence, this is like a ritual for them, and they already have a certain amount that they're going to sacrifice. Yes, jealous of women and dislike them, and some of these men that work with him really like men. They just use the women. I'm hearing this is a global ring. This is done not just here in the United States. This is also a international ring. And I'm also seeing a girl with him that's just like bending over and vomiting. Just vomiting. It's something that they had her do, or something she was exposed to, and the abuse. I see her just feeling so disgusted and sick. Or it could also be a pregnancy, and seeing the vomiting. I just wanted to touch on this because it ties into what I have said about Rkelly and the violence I saw, and the hit squad I saw, and the women being trapped there, and some of them, it was going to come out the ones who were there, and when we're going to start to tell and start to make agreements and book deals and money, and start doing interviews, and this was going to become really huge, and he was going to fall. I see what I've said in previous readings start to come out about him. That's why I'm doing updates on it. I feel obligated to do the updates on it. If anything comes to me about a particular person, or in public, a celebrity, a particular situation, I feel obligated to share it, just like I see the other people doing the celebrity readings. However, if you want a personal reading from me, I would be glad to do that. And I appreciate the ones of you that have contacted me privately and gotten confidential personal readings, whether it's a mini reading, a 15-minute quickie to just test out me, a 30-minute or an hour. I really appreciate you supporting me and coming to me privately. But I like to do these particular ones. And if you are interested, I was thinking of doing what I see other psychics do and empaths, do public readings, not deep personal things like I do with these. Whatever you're comfortable with, just doing a general reading, like a couple of minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and you just do your donation. And we do a quick overview. Is he a demon or the devil incarnate? He's possessed. One of the main demons I see he's possessed with is Moloch, and the other is King Baal. Moloch is the one that looks just like a bull. It's kind of like the one in the Bible that Moses saw them, the golden calf. And they were worshiping. It has a bull body, a bull head. That's one of the main kings, Moloch, and that's the one. Yeah, Rkelly's a puppet, baby. Or what you can do, you contact me at my email. It's my name, ALEXYSSKTYLORVP at gmail.com. I'll put it in after the show because I can't do it now, like cut it off. But Moloch is the one that loves babies and it loves young children. That's a very powerful male demon. And they have a system, like I had seen Rkelly do. There are certain girls they sacrifice. And there are certain babies at a certain time of the year that they sacrifice. Everybody does that, calls that particular spirit, not just him. Those are the two main ones I saw. And then when I was telling you the other night, some more came in, like this big reptile one that looks like a big dragon that reminded me. He showed me one of his sigils, which he's a dragon inside of the circle. So I don't know if that's one of I got to look and see if that looks like one of the seals of Solomon, or is that the Goetia. I have to see where that one's coming from, because he's been hanging in here since I did the reading a couple of nights ago, and it's a whole group of them that's with him. They like to talk. They're very, very intelligent, and they have been on the earth for hundreds of thousands of years. They're older than humans. And a lot of these are angels and demons, so they're not all bad. And some of them are not bad at all. They've just gotten a bad rap and a bad name. Now, the leader of these that they're standing here now is still the reptile, and that's a big male. So you're saying, was Rkelly the devil? No. But he is possessed. Rkelly is very possessed by several kings. But you have to understand too, Rkelly has handlers. I've seen that he has handlers. He's not smart enough to create this type of organization by himself. He has helpers. He's not doing this alone. He's been taught and given his instructions. See, that's how he got his power. He was groomed for power, and that was in his bloodline. He was a sexual deviant because he had sexual deviants around him as a little boy to turn him out and possess him with those spirits. But from what I'm also seeing, those spirits were in his mother's bloodline. And I'm also very concerned about the father, because I don't think the father was around. So they were kind of like inactive, but he had a propensity to go either way, because Rkelly is very spiritual, very gifted, very talented. He was a handsome man and very charismatic. But then at the same time, he also has the angels and he has the demons. So he could have been a preacher. He could have been a gospel singer, a musician, and done very well in that arena, as well as being a con artist, a rapist, and an abuser, and a molester, the way he has chosen to done. So really, he's torn in between worlds. He's stuck because he chose the other side for the fame. And they were already having sex with him anyway as a little boy and his own family. So they started doing the demonic rituals and initiations that are tied into music, because this is a very talented man. And when I saw him come here a couple of weeks ago trying to talk to me on the Astral and tell me he was the victim, that's like last week. I wasn't surprised when he brought that song out, I Admit, which he really didn't admit everything. And when I turned it on, I started to play it, and the little demon, the imp that looks like a little joker, he has this long golden scepter in his hand, and with his shoes, genie shoes, and the black and red and white hat, and he's doing like this. He said, yeah, that's right, I wrote that part. Yeah. He said, don't it sound good? That's right, and I'm dying laugh. I didn't mean to laugh. But I started laughing, and I looked down at him, and he's laughing. I said, wait a minute, so you helped Rkelly write that song? He said, yeah, you see that part right there? Like the hook, he said, I did that. That's right. Yeah. And he's dancing, and I'm dying laughing. I said, wait a minute, so you give Rkelly? He said, I give Rkelly the songs. I give Rkelly the beats. So y'all, these songs do come to Rkelly, like they come to a lot of people. Just like when I read a little bit today where it said Donnie Hathaway was a little boy and his mother left him. with his grandmother, which was the perfect place for him, because he told his grandmother, "Grandma, I hear this beautiful music in my head." And the grandmother said, "You do? Well, I do too." She was a musician, and she got him the piano. So she would play with her grandchild. She started to groom Donnie Hathaway. A lot of us have the gifts. All of us don't get them from the same beings, but this being is telling me not only are these demons / angels and higher beings, he naturally has this ability. They give him the music, they give him the ideas, but he also they create. It's like Rkelly can be sleeping, wake up, get paper, pencil, got a goddamn hit. That's just how he is. He's natural that way. And some of these beings are telling him, "I wrote that song. You see, he has that outfit on, he has that mask. That's me." When he got up there with that black on that stage, he had that long black coat. I can't watch that damn video no more. We had that black hat on with that mask on, and he spins, and he's on stage. It's a few years ago, and you see this power and this energy. Yes, baby, he is. That's the only way you get that high. Let's just keep it all the way real. That's just what it is. The demon said, "That's me." When you saw how he used to wear the hair braided back with the black mask and the outfit and all these women, he had that wild, just sexy look to him. The demon was on him. When they get on him and they get up there, you see them women go crazy. That's not him. That being gives Rkelly power along with the assistants. The head, the kings always have other spirits around and assistants and spies. So when I'm listening to, and I said, this admit, it's kind of catchy, and the demon pops up. There's a group of them, and I'm listening, and he just starts dancing. He said, "I did it. I wrote that. I told him to do that. I told him to be." And I said, "So you're his teacher?" He said, "Mm-hmm." And I said, "Well, the shit do sound, I do the beat kind of catch. I like that. Damn, you did that." He said, "I did it." And just like shaking his ass and laughing. So I've been needing a reading since I told you on the side from my Earth Day, but we got cut off. Well, sure. I'll be glad to give you one. As hell, everybody else been asking me for. They've been keeping me busy doing them. So I'm very, very honored to do them. I'd be glad to do them. But I don't want to stay too long into this one right now, because I did not go as deep as I could to have the conversation with the reptile, with the Dragon King, which is pretty off the chain. The one that popped up the other day, he's still hanging around because he wants to talk. So I let them hang around because I need to sit. I love listening. When they give me the readings, they give me a lot of very deep intel. And as I am watching these stories develop, just like I'm watching the one with Kanye and a couple of other ones I've done, I see that these beings are accurate. They're very detailed. They know all of the sciences. So you're welcome, Chrissy. I'm going to watch this over the next couple of weeks and see what comes out, because I'm just getting like a really weird feeling that there's more to this story, and that there's some hidden things that this manager was a lot of dirty stuff that they don't want us to know, that is going to like start coming out this year. This stuff has been hidden for a while, And there are just some things that I can't say right now. I don't want to say because they really scare me. They really bother me. This stuff, I'm wondering, I have to check on Chicago. I have to see, are there any more girls coming up missing in Chicago? Does anybody on the show know right now? Have they found all of the girls? Or have all of the girls shown up? Have they found them dead or alive? Or are new ones missing? Because I just got an image of the water in the bank of Chicago is true about the demons. I once had a book about demons and how you can invoke them. Well, see, that's the thing about demons, though. They don't just take over. Like when you see somebody that high, and if they have one, that's because of their conscious free will. They don't just jump on people like that and give them all these gifts and abilities. You can be born with them naturally, and you can keep them or you can reject them. But now they can't get on you through sex or getting high and associating. If your ethers are open, you're not protected. That's why it's important not to sleep with everybody when you see or sense they have something on them. Because then you got to work to cleanse yourself, because they're hard. When they get a stronghold, it's hard to get rid of them. And that's how drug addictions and alcohol addictions or addiction to sex with someone. A lot of people that have demons on them that are bisexual are some of the best lovers in the world. Whether it's a man or whether it's a woman. And you can also have demons to make you a better lover. And more in tune and empathic to humans, and read them and know how to manipulate and control people. And that's what Rkelly is very, very good at, manipulating and controlling and tapping into people. And then when he gets those women privately and they relax and they think they're safe and they really got a good catch, this fucker beat their ass and turn on them and then let other people join in this shit. I mean, this fucker's sick. But they teach him how to do this kind of thing. Friends in Chicago. Yeah, well, you know, it's on Google. So I'll just go look at the news to see if there are any more girls missing in Chicago. And are they still finding them in the river? Because the day that I did the reading and talked about the girls in the river, I looked at the Chicago news. And that same day I did that reading, they found a black woman in the river naked with a plastic bag over her head, dead. And I was just getting a vision a few minutes ago, seeing the bank and seeing the water, wet water, wet dirt, wet land right there in Chicago. So I'm going to check. That's why certain things I'm not going to say I hate to see, because I know I need to see, but I don't like to repeat. Not here. I don't like to go into these things publicly, because, you know, I know a lot of people don't like me, and they don't like that I see these things. So I just, some things I keep to myself. I say in private, but I mean, if you come to me though for a private reading, I will tell you what you want to know. Rkelly being possessed is stuck on him forever now. God put the truth out for us to see it clearly. Well, he got a lot to pay for. Some of them girls, he had no business doing that shit to him. He got to pay for it before he leave here. That's why I've been on my children about sex, and I keep telling them, that's right. That's right, because them the ones he liked, the innocent ones. He likes to violate and beat up. I really see Rkelly like to beat women. I said that a few months ago, that I seen him beating them and kicking. Talking to some woman. He grab him. I seen he do it with other people. He's very, very sadistic, narcissistic, and very abusive towards women. And for some reason, he'll deal with a woman, and then he has a hatred around them being pregnant. But he'll get them pregnant, and then he'll blame them and punish. He'll punish them. Just like he gonna punish Jocelyn if she don't go along with what he tell her. She better not stand up for her family. And I already told her. Y'all don't raise up about it. Just got my goddamn head hurting. Because I can hear him. I hear how he talk. He got a gnat. This guy, you see Rkelly get up there on that camera and act like he's so intelligent and he's so focused and spiritual and religious. He hate women. I see him getting, he's very impatient and very entitled. He got a half trigger, fuse. He be out talking to like, yeah man, how you doing? Yeah, and laugh and talk, then get a woman by herself and turn into a intolerant, impatient, quick-tempered beast. Beat the fuck out of a bitch. And you be like, where did this come from? And look at him, get your fucking self together. You know, I'm telling you, this is a dirty motherfucker. I seen it when he came in here a couple of weeks ago, and I said, how did he get in my damn house? I know how he got in here. I ain't gonna get into it. I know how he got in here. I just didn't know that he was that adept at this shit, but I should have known. Because that's what the demon told me. And he come off to me like he is the one that's being used, abused, and taken advantage of. He was pitiful to the point I felt bad for his ass for a few hours until I seen him turn. He turned on me into that damn bull. The thing was so big, it was almost as tall as the ceiling. He turned into that demon on me. He turned vicious on me, and he got possessed with. He was getting ready to beat my ass, and I was like, okay, you got the right one, nigga. Come on. You got the right one. We'll stay up all night. And I'm telling you, this was at 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning. See, you did on that Illuminati number again, number 4. I had to stay up and fight this nigga. I was like, I had to do spiritual warfare with him. Rkelly's off the chain. I'm telling you, that's why I know how he do them women, because he was doing it to me. He was talking real low, real soft, like he was about to cry, and he had them puppy dog eyes with me, and I started feeling sorry for him. He talked to me like a victim. Then, like around midnight, 1, he comes back, and I don't know. Hi, Harold. Hello, beautiful man. He turned on me and started getting very vicious. I seen him in the Astral. I don't know if it was him or it was just a demon shape-shifting in him, but it looked like him because I seen him go between himself, looking like himself. He had a hat on and like a t-shirt. Kind of had like a red baseball hat on with a t-shirt and like some jeans or jogging pants, like some tennis shoes. And I was just saying, okay, well, why are you here? I mean, what do you want? And he said, I don't like, you gonna stop talking about me? I am. Okay, why? And I let him talk. And then a few hours later, he was like, you know what, fuck this bitch. And then he turned. This was after midnight he did this to me. I stayed up. I thought I was never going to go to sleep because it went on to 4. And I had to fight this nigga. That's why I know how these women feel. I know he shifts. He's nice and polite and talks soft to you 1 minute. This fucker get you where can't nobody see it and will beat your motherfucking ass. The only reason he couldn't do it to me because he didn't sense the fear in me. And I said, I know how you are. I've seen you in spirit. Them demons done told you, and I'm hearing people confirm what I said about you, what them demons said about you. And he really didn't like me. He was trying to come off like he did, and this is a misunderstanding, and you seeing me wrong, and I want you to stop saying what you say. I said, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to erase what I said? Because I'm not doing that, but do you want me to stop after this? It's like, you need to stop saying this stuff about me because this is a misunderstanding. It went from that, and his eyes was kind of tearing up, to, fuck this bitch. I'm finna shapeshift and beat this bitch ass. And I heard it, and I said, what did you say to me, demon? Okay. It's those that are innocent that want you to tell the truth about what happened. Yeah, but see, y'all don't know what I have to go through. This is a learning for me, and I saw Rkelly. He loves to attack. It's a rage. It's a cold rage that comes over him when it comes to women. This guy is something else, and he doesn't care. It's something that takes a hold of him when he loves to do that to a woman. It's like the rage just quenched temporarily, then it rises up in me. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. He's not gonna change. This guy's sick. He's sick. I would never be with him alone. I would never live with him, fuck him, trust him. I don't see how these people trust this guy. This guy's sick. He's sadistic and sick. He's not gonna get well. He's sick. And them niggas around him sick and go along with this shit. They tap their hand and encourage this shit. So I'll follow up for y'all, because the phone finna go. I love y'all. Thank y'all for loving me and supporting me. Pass the show around. Click like, thumbs up the show. And I know y'all be watching to keep me updated too, to see when this guy turns himself in. And I'll be looking as well. And I'll come back and do follow-up. So y'all tell me who y'all want me to look at as well. And I appreciate you all being here and liking my readings. I'll talk to you soon. I love y'all. Bye.